Hi, my name is Mike. This video is going to be about the knots that are used on slingshots. I just bought this slingshot a couple days ago, and I was naturally wondering, well, what am I going to do when the rubber band wears out? I know the bands really aren't that expensive, and you could just buy another band for probably less than $4. But what I wanted to make this video about is the sort of unique connection that a round band makes with the pouch, with this, I guess you'd call it the carrier or the pouch. And it's kind of unique looking. You wonder how they did it. It's obvious it's all one piece, so that means they had to cut it, right? So I've got miles of this rubber tubing that came off a high start for a radio-controlled glider. And what I'm going to do is just try to duplicate this best I can. I'm just concentrating on the knot. I don't have another pouch yet because I don't have anything. There's nothing wrong with this one. I don't want to cut it up just to make the video. But you guys have enough sense to know what to do with the rest of it. So I'm just going to try to make a knot similar to this one. Okay, all we're going to do is come back here a little ways and make an incision in the tube. See, I haven't done this to make an actual band for use because I haven't actually worn out a rubber band yet. I'm going to do this with an X-Acto knife, I think. I don't have any experience at this. This is kind of a first shot deal, second try. Fiddled with it yesterday. This rubber is tougher than I thought it was. As you could see, on the, don't have much of a start yet, but the problem was getting the tube to run back through itself. It just seemed like an impossible task, because you got a smaller inside diameter and you're wondering, well, how in the world can you get something back through there again? I'm going to try it this big. We're almost halfway across. All right. We've cut the slot in the piece of rubber, and we're going to have to feed it back through itself to come out with something like this. And the problem, as you can see, is you can't get this big piece of rubber through that little hole. So we just need to cut a taper on it. What I did, I rolled it around so that there would not be a twist in it, and figured that, say, this bottom edge would be the longest. That would be the pointed end of the taper on the bottom. I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. Then I'm going to come through there at an angle with a pair of scissors So now we got something that will be able to feed through that hole. Alright, let's see. We take this, roll it back. Feed it through the hole. Alright, so this is what the goal is, to get that taper that we cut through the slot we made in the tube. I went ahead and started this because it's you have to work at it to get this point shoved through that hole, and then you have to keep stretching and pulling until you get it like this. So rather than show you 5 minutes of me struggling to get this pulled through, you just sit there and stretch it here and there until it starts coming. Of course, you would have inserted the pouch in here, or over. You would have run the tube through the pouch before you ran the end of the tube through the hole. So we're just going to tighten that pouch up, that imaginary pouch, and it helps sometimes to grab the back side of this collar. And again, it takes time. So I'm gonna finish this up, get this pulled through, and then we'll view it again. Okay, we've got it started now. We're beyond the taper, so it might get a little bit easier to pull this joker on through. We'll pull it from the back, pull it from the front, pull it from the back, pull it from the front, and you see it's getting smaller. And you get the idea, but it pretty much looks like the same knot there. I don't know if you'd call it a knot, but you can clean it up. But you can duplicate that. It's neat looking. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet because I haven't broken this thing, but I'm pretty sure that's going to hold nice. And then of course this would have been cut too long. The last cut you would have made was on the other end of your tube to slide over your bars there. Okay, hope that helped somebody. I had a hard time figuring that one out. Catch you later.